Okay, our team number 4 is gonna present concept generation. We are integrated by MAYRA BARRADAS, ROSARIO YAMEL, Abel Bernal, and JIMÉNEZ. For step 1, clarify the problem, we identify the problem, and that is, nowadays people must work for many hours in the same posture, sitting. This produces different types of pain, neck, back, hips, etc. And our mission will be provide an option to make working hours more enjoyable through a comfortable and ergonomic product. Also, we're gonna use the composition technique by sequence of user actions. It starts with chair search, where the user discovers that need a chair. Then, the user make a web search and more later make a search in physical stores. Then, the user selects some models of chairs. After that, the user searches reference with friends and on the internet about the selected chairs. After that, the user chooses the chair and paid for it. And finally, the user takes the chair home or receives it via parcel. The second step consists in unboxing and assembling the chair. Here the user opens the box and then the user reads the assembly guide. After that, the user searches for the necessary tools for installation and then assembly the chair. And finally, the user verifies that the installation has been carried out successfully. Step 3 consists in using the chair. The user has a first approach with the chair. Then the user brings the chair close to their workplace and then sits in the chair. Also adjust the armrest and adjust the height. And finally adjust the neck rest. And make the enough adjustment to be in comfort. For step 4, we name occasionally. Here there are 3 actions that the user will be occasionally. The first will be the user cleans the chair, the second, moves the chair, and then finally disassemble the chair for storage. In step 2, we made search externally. The first step was search patents, and we start with United States Patent and Trademark Office. Then we looked for in European Patent Office. And finally, we looked for in Google's patent, and we find some ideas for our design. For benchmarking, we compare 5 brands, 3 of them Uline, Game Factor, Needs Technology, with an online presence, and 2 more with a presence in physical stores, Chinese brands and AMP, Mexican brands. We visited at least 5 different stores for office furniture to make a better comparison, and 3 of them are the most popular. For step 3, search internally, we use dissociation, and here is one of our ideas. Combining armrest plus spring. After dissociation, we start with biomimicry. Here the idea is to be able to build a chair whose general structure is made of bamboo. For trees methodology, we find this example when we found 2 contradictions. We want to improve adaptability or versatility, and we want to preserve weight of moving object. So the solution is segmentation. For Chindogu technique, we leave our imagination flight and we find some different crazy concepts, like a backrest with sleeves that can cover your arms from the cold. For step 4, explore systematically, we decide to the concept combination table because we consider that to achieve a general design concept, we need to unite several fragments of concepts. Our 3 some problems are user adjust the armrest, neck rest, leg rest, and other. And finally adjust chair height and tilt levels. We find some concept solutions, and here we explain one of them. To improve the versatility in our invention, we used a USB port, and then we combined the dog ears with a chair. And also the chameleons modify its color to camouflage with the environment, so the chair can change its color. And finally, we show a sketch of the integration of the previous concepts. And finally, step 5, reflect on the results and the process. First, we're gonna reflect the process. A fundamental point is to be clear about how to decompose the problem. We carried out a first decomposition which was wrong. If we had followed the same path, all the following steps could be wrong. Another important point was to keep the concepts generated by each team member secret. And finally, in general terms, we consider that the technique with which we had the most complications was trees. And for reflect the result, the team achieved 108 concepts. The technique with the highest number of concepts generated was dissociation, and of them we only consider that 13 are promising. We consider that Chindogu didn't provide any promising ideas, and biomimicry was the technique that contributed the most. And finally, dissociation was the technique that contributed the greatest number of concepts.